Welcome back, guys, to Tina's sewing class. We're at lesson 5, and for this lesson you're going to need your scraps of fabric, you're going to need a needle, and you're going to need thread. Okay guys, so we're going to move right into lesson 6 on our next video. You're still going to need to have your needle, thread, and scrap material. Now, don't worry about your thread being matched right now. Later on, when you're doing the real project, like that little black skirt, that little black dress, and so on, your own creations, you want to make sure that your thread is going to match your material. But for now, it's fine. Just use whatever you have. On lesson 6, we're going to be practicing more crafts. Little craft item like pin cushions, mitten, drawstring bags, those little things, so we get our hands stitching. Now, coming up shortly in another few videos, we're going to be introducing the sewing machine. So those of you who don't yet have your sewing machine, if you have to go purchase one, don't get one that is overly expensive, but it's good to get a machine that does different stitches, like your zigzag stitches, embroidery stitches, and so on. Straight stitch, of course. And if it's in the attic or closet, you want to take them out, dust them down, so to speak, and always make sure you have oil. Your machines need to be oiled regularly, especially if you haven't used it for a while. You want to kind of get it tuned up. All right, guys. So it's so wonderful to have you here. It's great to be able to share this time with you guys. I've been sewing since I was 6 years old. My grandmom taught me. She was a dressmaker, and I used to sit at her feet under the sewing machine. And back in them days, the sewing machine was a Singer pedal machine, not this kind of a fancy stuff that we have now. And she, I must tell you, was an excellent seamstress. The entire community, neighboring communities, used to come to her to sew. I have done my bit over the years as well, and done very great at it. Love it, still love it, and I'm happy that this is something I can pass on. Alright guys, lesson 5. Today we're just going to practice our hand sewing. So what I want you to do, this is felt, so we're just going to cut a piece of felt. You can do any kind of a scrap fabric, and it don't have to be straight or anything, just scrap fabric to practice your stitching. Don't forget to knot your thread so it don't go through the fabric. And I'm just putting these two together. In all the stitches that you've learned so far, I want you to just practice. Also, you can get your rulers to mark your line until you can get it straight without you missing out and that. So I'm just stitching these together, just basic base stitches. I just want you guys to practice. There you go. This is just a base stitch holding them together, where I just push my needle in, out, and I just keep going. Now, when you're ready to knot your fabric, finish the end of it, you just go back, wrap the thread around the needle like that to form a loop, and you just pull up. There you go, nice and tight, won't go anywhere. And remember, when you're doing your projects, you want to make sure that your fabric is going to be matching. All right, so I just tie my end of my thread, and here we go again, closer up. There you go. It's loose. Alrighty, so here is another one. You put your thread in. And I'm just gonna sew this in down and up motion. This is like the back stitch that you practiced before. Just practice these stitching. And remember guys, it's all about practicing. I'm just sewing, normal sewing. Okay. Just practice. Alright, so that's just holding your seams together. Alright, so go ahead and practice guys. See you in lesson 6. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.